I'm Rachel. Now that it's fall outside and the leaves are changing colors and falling off the tree and it's chilly outside, I want to paint a pumpkin. I've never done this before, but before I paint it, I want to tell you about a certain store called Terrain. Terrain is owned by a group of stores called Urban, which owns Urban Outfitters and Anthropologie and a couple other places. And Terrain is kind of a merging of garden and home, and it has a very European flair to it. And the decorations inside there and the art and the products for sale are absolutely gorgeous. Last weekend I went to Terrain with my mom, and let me tell you, the inspiration there is phenomenal. Just take a look. Did you notice the pumpkins there? They had some that had some dried flowers decoupaged onto it. I thought about doing that, but you know what? I did not save any dried flowers this summer, so I can't do that. The first thing you want to do is you want to buy yourself a pumpkin. I went to my local craft store and I bought this pumpkin here. It's a plastic pumpkin, but it's not a lightweight, it's a heavier weight, and it looks like it's been gessoed, and so I think that paint will adhere pretty well to this. The second thing you need to get is a paint palette. I am just using a bread and butter plate covered with cling wrap. Also, you need some water, a paintbrush, you need a drop cloth. In this case, I'm using a kitchen garbage sack that I cut in half, and maybe a paper napkin or a rag. And then select some acrylic paints to paint your pumpkin with. You could also add things like rhinestones and jewels, and I wanted to do that, but you know what? They're at the bottom of a stack of art supplies, and I just simply can't get to the bottom right now. So I am going to paint this in just any florals. I'm not going to sketch it out on here. I'm just gonna do freeform and have some fun. So gather your supplies and let's get started. The first thing we need to do is lay this drop cloth down so that I don't get paint on my table. There's literally a plastic plug in here. All right, I took that out. This is pretty thin. It's a nice shaded green. All right, let's start with a vine. Or maybe a leaf. I'll do a leaf. Pumpkin. It's all dry now and I think it looks great. The thing that I like about this is that you could buy a lot of those little pumpkins and you could decorate each one in a different way, or have a color theme and have one like solid pink with the gold and the light aqua accents. You could do all kinds of things with this, and it's so much fun to paint this. I'm gonna put this on my desk because I don't have any fall decorations in my art studio, and so I'm so excited that I painted myself a personal little autumn themed, fall themed decoration for my art studio. If you end up painting something, let me know down in the comments below what you painted, and I think I'm gonna paint something else for next week. I want to tell you a story. For the longest time, I've always wanted fruit trees that produce fruit, and I've planted 2 plum trees. They're very sick right now and they're not producing anything, and only have produced 1 jar of jam in the past. I've also planted 2 fig trees. The year after I planted them, 1 got mowed down by the mower. 1 is now growing quite well, and I want to show you that tree. Okay, I'm over here by our fig tree, and there are giant European hornets in it on the figs, and so I've come out really early in the morning, got out of bed, tied my hair back so that if I have to scratch an itch, it won't bother me because I can't get into this face case here. So I'm going to attempt to pick these figs and hope that the hornets are not there yet, because it's cold this morning. It's probably about 50 degrees right now, and I'm going to see if I can pick at least a couple figs.